Em dezembro, o eixo dos festivais se muda para o norte da África, no Marrocos. A efervescente Marrakech fica ainda mais colorida com a presença de estrelas do mundo todo.
It's good to be home again.
E o Cinemax esteve por lá para celebrar o melhor do cinema mundial.
Bienvenue au Festival du film de Marrakech international.
I declare
Open
Uluslararası
du Festival
international
Programa de Marrocos.
Já em sua 13ª edição, o Festival Internacional de Cinema de Marrakech comemora o prestígio que conquistou entre cineastas e atores internacionais. O evento estava repleto de importantes nomes do cinema. O presidente do júri era o consagrado Martin Scorsese, que não economizou elogios ao país.
When I first came here in the early 80s, I was fascinated by the culture. I want to encourage as much as possible filmmaking from these areas. And because I feel that when I was a young boy, seeing films from India and seeing films in Japan at the age of 12, rather than turn me away from the cultures, it opened up a curiosity. And the more we can learn about each other in this world of today, the better it is, and cinema is a good way.
Scorsese estava muito bem acompanhado por nomes como Park Chan-wook, Paulo Sorrentino, Fatih Akin, Patricia Clarkson e Marion Cotillard.
To be here this year and to be able to see all the movies, because usually I had time to see like one movie, sometimes not even one. So to be able to, see all the movies and then to discuss this with all the members of the jury that I admire so much, and especially Scorsese. I mean, he's the one you want to talk films with.
Marrakech is gorgeous and it's glamorous, and I'm on the red carpet with Martin Scorsese and all of these beautiful people here. It's so lovely.
I accept this jury thing because when I saw the list of the other jury members, like Martin Scorsese and Park Chan-wook and Anurag Kashyap and several others, Paulo Sorrentino, Marion Cotillard, I was very excited to come here. And I never been to Morocco. Actually, I never been really to Africa. I was once in Tunis. And so I was curious, and I heard a lot of good things about the festival.
Famoso pelas grandes homenagens que levam ao país astros do cinema, o festival trouxe, já em sua primeira noite, Sharon Stone, que fez jus ao status de estrela.
Sharon Stone really is beautiful, incredibly beautiful, according to the standards of this or any time. She's also brilliant, extremely talented, fearless, charming, very funny, and absolutely wild.
It's a big honor to be here. It's a big honor to be acknowledged by Martin Scorsese. For anyone, of course, but for me, because working with Marty was such a big thrill. And when we did Casino, it was for a long time, and we worked 5 months in Las Vegas and made this tremendous film that's become a real legendary film. So I'm thrilled to be here working with him again.
Juliette Binoche recebeu um prêmio especial das mãos de Bruno Dumont, com quem trabalhou recentemente na produção Camille Claudel 1915.
Incarcérée comme une criminelle. Pire. Qu'un avocat. Et ma famille veut m'aider à sortir de cet enfer.
It's kind of a funny situation because, you know, he never really worked with actors. And he has a reputation of not liking actors that much, and that's why he's always taking people from the street or people, his neighbor. And so the fact that we made this film together and he's giving me that tribute, it's like a fun wink, you know. It's, oh, you didn't like actors, huh? What about, you know, being on stage with me and giving me a trophy, an award?
Au fond, tu es ce qu'est une actrice de cinéma. De la grâce, encore de la grâce, et toujours de la grâce.
I think it's the second time I get a tribute, and it's a little surprising in a way because I feel like, oh, come on, I just started. But no, it's not true. Probably, I don't know how many films, but... And at the same time I understand because I met the most amazing directors from all over the world, so I feel totally blessed by it.
O tributo foi seguido da exibição de A Thousand Times Goodnight, em que a atriz vive uma fotógrafa especializada em cobrir áreas de conflito.
Why did you start taking pictures of war?
Anger.
Are you still angry?
Oh, yes.
I learned that to be in a war zone, you have to be a little nuts. And you have to have a passion that is so strong that you're risking your life. I think they're they're crazy people, but very courageous. And they want to show the world what's happening. It's quite an amazing task and awareness. I admire them very, very much.
Todo ano, o festival convida grandes talentos do cinema a participar de masterclasses com presença do público e estudantes de cinema. Nomes como Nicholas Winding Refn, Bruno Dumont e James Gray compartilharam ideias com a plateia curiosa de Marrakech.
I started making films trying to capture authenticity in fiction, you know, recreate reality. Then I became interested in heightened reality, because that didn't need the same kind of logic. And I'm not really a big fan of logic. I became more fetishized. And then I started making films like a pinup magazine.
First of all, I sort of resist calling it a master class. I would prefer more like question and answer session, because to me, there's like 4 or 5 masters of cinema in the world right now, and I would not count myself among them. The only thing I would say, the most important thing I think to express is this need to be personal, to express yourself. And I don't mean autobiographical, because you can put yourself into another story completely, but the need to take what is emotionally important to you and put it into the work. That to me, in the end, is everything.
Além do Masterclass, James Gray apresentou o filme A Imigrante, que traz Joaquin Phoenix, Jeremy Renner e Marion Cotillard.
I have a feeling about her. She could be special.
Can you help me, please?
My grandparents, they came to the United States in 1923. And what was interesting to me was that they had both a great pleasure in the new life that they had created, but also tremendous melancholy. They really missed the country from whence they came.
Do you have a place to stay?
No. Do you know somewhere?
Yeah, I know a place. If you'd like, I can take you there. Yes?
Yes.
Which was very weird to me, because I always wondered, like, you know, your parents got their heads chopped off. What do you miss about that place? But they did, and they never were able fully. It was not the movies version of the American dream, you know, where somebody sat there and said, I came to America and it was great. It was a more complex thing than that. So with the film, I was trying to examine that melancholy, that split that I saw in them.
Nu är det sommar i tur
A noite mais esperada do festival foi, sem dúvida, a dedicada ao cinema escandinavo.
Ironically, we are 5 different countries with 5 different languages. But through cinema, we are now become one voice.
Diretores, atores e roteiristas da Noruega, Finlândia, Islândia, Suécia e Dinamarca rechearam o tapete vermelho e o palco numa noite dedicada ao cinema nórdico.
Why'd you follow me?
I wanted to find out more about you.
I know why you really came tonight. You want to find out if the girl's been watching you saw what you did. I saw you kill this man.
In Stockholm, you know, it's dark 6 months a year and really cold. And you know, you can't really just hang out on the beach, and you can't just sit in cafes and hang out with your friends and have a drink and go dancing. You know, it's like it's an effort to go out, and you have to bulk up. And so a lot of people are, you know, I think it's more isolated, and I think also the stories that comes out of Sweden, for example, and Denmark and Norway, are quite moody and dark, and you know, we're kind of exploring, you know, humanity and, you know, the human psyche, but in a sometimes quite rough way. And
It's dark half the year. The winter month, we almost don't see the sun. It's just dark. I mean, and then the summers are like nights going on, the light is on forever. The sun is up all night. I do believe that those dark winters make some crazy shit happen in people's minds.
It's my crew. It's my job to bring back my men.
If you make one mistake on the end of that phone, these people could be hurt or even killed because of you.
We're not afraid of being ugly on screen. We're not afraid of telling stories which could be very much or very close to reality. We don't try to make it too beautiful. And I think as an actor, a very interesting thing about acting in Scandinavia is that we are such a small country. And you could say we don't have conflicts in Denmark because we have the social welfare. We have been named as the happiest people in the whole fucking world.
Baby, listen, you call the company, tell them to pay, or they're gonna kill us, all right?
It's dark and it's cold. We might have a tradition of focusing very much on the personal stories and not so much about the big plot stories. So our films are often very personal and less plot-oriented. It's definitely a Scandinavian thing that to make fun of everything. There's nothing that's holy. There's nothing that's taboo, and so that might be part of what you see in the films as well. Yes.
I know it's hard for you. You've lost your brother. Did you get the guy that did it?
It's a little more complicated than that, Mother.
Scandinavian cinema is different, but it doesn't matter because we shouldn't base things on where it comes from, but what it evokes within us.
Silence is something I could reckon as something very Scandinavian.
Em Marrakech, o cinema também vai à Praça Jemaa El Fna, coração da cidade, onde o público pode ver de graça grandes sucessos de bilheteria. E não é só isso, os filmes são apresentados por seus astros e diretores.
Bonsoir,
Marrakech. I wish you the best, and I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Em Marrakech, Terry Gilliam também participou da exibição de seu último trabalho, The Zero Theorem.
Good morning, madam. We at Euphoria Finance want to put the you back into Euphoria. Your lifestyle is our concern. Your dreams are our dreams. That's why we say enough is never enough.
Zero Theorem is much smaller than other things I've done. It's more contained. It's more about one person. It's focusing on something. And I think now, the way cinema is now, with the huge tentpole movies, the big sci-fi movies, those are the kind of movies I wanted to make 25 years ago. But now other people are making them, so I don't need to think about them.
O diretor aproveitou para comentar o assunto do momento, a reunião de Monty Python marcada para julho de 2014, 30 anos depois de sua última performance ao vivo.
We're just planning to get on stage and do our favorite numbers.
No total, serão 5 apresentações em Londres, mas os ingressos já estão esgotados.
43 seconds for the first show. It's crazy. I mean, we were shocked because, I mean, we know we've got fans out there, but this is crazy. What was interesting, we had a read-through of the script, of the sketches, and we were all laughing a lot. So if we make each other laugh, the audience will laugh.
Durante o festival, além de prestigiar o evento, muitos convidados aproveitam para conhecer a cidade e usufruir do que ela tem de melhor.
We went camping out in the desert, my whole family. It was just amazing, and we've been having such a nice time.
People have been so nice, and I went to a fantastic restaurant where I had couscous, the best couscous I ever had.
I'm hanging out, you know, I'm going around, I'm buying clothes, buying rugs, hang out with the homeboys, you know, see something besides the movies.
Ronaldinho, el mejor.
E alguns ainda conseguem fazer bons negócios.
For the last 2 days, we've walked all day long through the souks, medinas, bargaining with people, buying things. People are so funny and smart in the souk, and it's fun. We bought an old bowl, and so they started at 1,200. We got it for 700. Not bad.
Não houve uma noite sequer em que o festival não tenha surpreendido com grandes filmes e grandes personalidades do cinema mundial.
This festival is very much about film, which is supposedly what all festivals should be about. But there's also a big business part of festivals in general, where there's a lot of trading, buying, and so on, and cell phones. And it seems as if this is just about films. Watching films, talk about films, which is super nice for all of us.
This is my first time in Marrakech, and it's beautiful. I love it, and I'll be back.
Everybody's come, you see, I guess, particularly Europeans want to come because of the lovely weather here.
Fabulous, amazing, incredible. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end.
Sem dúvida, Marrakech é uma grande festa. As últimas notícias do cinema estão aqui no Cinemax.